jungle. Really worked. Awkward tension growing. Well, that's just the first of many surprises coming away since now in the Congo, deep in the darkest part of Central Africa. I've arranged a special pygmy welcoming party up on the shore. So if everyone would just go ahead and join me in welcoming my good friends, the pygmies. Oh, this cruise is starting off horribly. Folks, I can't see anyone there. Canoe? No? Well, somebody must have scared them off. Pygmies are actually very timid people. Yeah. Oh, that could have done it. Folks, that is a python. Don't get too close there in the back. Though pythons are very affectionate creatures. If you're not careful, he might develop a crush on you. We're going to go ahead and stop off at my base camping with some python food. Oh no. It looks like I have some uninvited house guests, and they've destroyed almost everything they own. You know, on the positive side of things, I cannot get my Jeep to start this morning, but it looks like those apes had no issues getting it to turn over. And they must have used a monkey wrench. Folks, we have 6 minutes to go, and the jokes don't get better. We're now on the Nile. It's the longest river in the world, stretching over 4,000 miles long. It goes on for miles, miles, miles. If you do not believe me, well, you're probably just in denial. Up ahead on the shoreline is an African bull elephant. He's actually the second most feared animal of the jungle. That's right, folks. The first, right over here, his mother-in-law. No, I think she heard me. Sorry about that, man. I was talking about the elephant behind you. I like to point out this beautiful sandstone rock formation now. I only say so because most people take it for granted. Personally, I think it rocks. That's right, guys, my sentiments exactly. Whoa, the African belt. We got some wildebeest, giraffe, some 1984 Impalas there in the back. And oh, look at these lines. Enforcing the #1 rule of the jungle. Don't be a zebra. Or as they like to call them, white meat, dark meat. White meat, dark meat. White meat. Wow, that's where they got to. Folks, there's more than just one rule of the jungle. Another saying the safari on foot cannot outrun a charging rhino. Those guys didn't believe me when I told them that over 2 weeks ago now. But something tells me they're bound to get that point in the end. How would you like to be the old man on that totem pole? Well, bottoms up, guys. It could be worse. You could be the zebra. As we're around this next bend, we do enter crocodile territory. Up ahead on the shore, those are two of our crocodiles, Old Smiley and Ginger. Now, Old Smiley's been here for about 75 years, but he's always looking for a handout. Ginger's really the one to go watch out for, though. Ginger's next. Crocodiles is just one of the many dangers of the jungle, actually. We also have monsoons, rapids, and waterfalls, like this waterfall up ahead. Actually, this is Schweitzer Falls, named after the famous explorer and humanitarian, Dr. Albert Falls. Wait a minute, folks. I think I might have taken the wrong turn there. Okay, we're a little off, so I'm trying to now get our way back. Of course, you know, people are always wondering how I landed my job out here. Personally, though, I think it's plain to see. I took a crash course, but ever since then, I've really just been winging it. Yeah, I've tried to get my, hippos. Guys, this is why you never go off course in the jungle. We've entered a hippo bathing pool. They look friendly, I know they do. They are not. They can capsize the boat up to this size. Why just last week they took 6 more vessels alone. Only 5 were mine, though. Looks like they're getting ready to charge. But don't worry, folks. I only carry cash. I've got a gun here. I'll scare them off, but you may need to cover your ears. I got the ones in the trees. You didn't see them, but that's what I'm here for. Somebody tells me we're not out of the woods yet. It could be all this jungle around us. Uh-oh. Looks like we're entering headhunter territory. This is a relatively bad place to be heading, folks. And I'm going to see if I can translate what they're chanting. Put your left hand in. Left hand down. Shake it all about. Folks, I can't quite make it out, but it sounds like a lot of hokey pokey to me. Oh no, it's an ambush. Everyone get down. Get down. Do not worry about looking stupid. Seriously. I've been that thought since around kids. Get down, folks. Men and women get down. Hold your children high up in the air. They can clear a smaller target. Negotiated really was. Multi-vocal reinforced medical door to door. Strengthening the equal a little. We get through that further ado. It's the backside of water. And more importantly than anyone else through that nice mist, 800 different varieties of deadly bacteria being carried throughout these waterways. The more you know, right? Maybe not. Looks like we're now on the Mekong River, deep in the heart of Cambodia, Southeast Asia. And up ahead looks like a temple built by the Khmer Empire. Now the Khmer Empire actually worked about 7 centuries, building entire cities in temples like the one up ahead. I didn't really recognize this entrance though. But I'm sure that if we follow that boat that was right in front of us, we can find the exit. Keep your eyes open, folks. I'm going to have to keep mine closed.
And frogs. You can find them in groups of about 10 to 20 pairs, but they have been found in groups as large as 50 pairs. But I'm really excited we got to see that okapi because that is my favorite animal on the entire reserve. I just think it looks really, really cool. Let's head over to the watering hole. We'll see if we can find maybe someone else's favorite animal, perhaps a black rhino through here. Black rhinos can weigh about 3,000 pounds, and they can run at 35 miles per hour. This makes them virtually indestructible, and it looks like if you just kind of shield your eyes, you can see one laying down over to the left up against the rock wall. Next to those two blackbirds, those blackbirds are kind of on top of him right now. You can just barely make him out. He blends into the rock wall. It's really cool that we get to see even a glimpse of a black rhino because there are less than 5,000 of them left in the world. We're doing everything we can here in Harambe to try to keep them safe from the hunters and poachers who go after them for their horns. Let's keep on heading forward. We're going to see some more animals just up ahead. We're going to be on the left-hand side on the very top of the hill. We're going to be getting very close to them, but I'll ask you, please do not touch these animals. They're kind of deer-like animals just up ahead. These deer-like animals that are going to be on the left-hand side are greater kudu. They just darted behind those trees. But as we make our way over to them, on the top of the hill, you see a rust-colored animal. Those are bongos. Bongos are called the ghosts of the forest because they're hardly ever seen. Here's the greater kudu over here. It's a little bit further up to the left. A male greater kudu can grow up to about 750 pounds. And in the water to the left, you can see some black and white birds with kind of orange beaks. Those are saddle-billed storks. Saddle-billed storks can get up to about 5 feet tall with a wingspan of about 9 feet long. They're pretty big birds. Let's head up a little bit further over to Safi River, and let's see if our luck continues. There have been some hippo sightings over at Safi. We'll see if we can find a couple hippos, but look closely, all right? They can remain submerged for up to 8 minutes at a time. And sometimes, although they're really good at swimming, you can see a couple more giraffes under the trees over to the left. Those are Maasai giraffes. You can tell they're Maasai giraffes because they have a splotchier, darker pattern to their skin. Not as fine of a pattern or as crisp as this reticulated giraffe patterning. And you can see a couple of them eating. Giraffes eat about 80% of the day, and they only sleep for 30 minutes. It's a really weird schedule, but you can see it works for them. There's quite a few of them back there. Giraffes can get about 18 to 20 feet tall, and they have wonderful eyesight. When they combine their eyesight with their height, they can spot any predators that might be lurking down below. Over to the right, there's another view of those white bearded wildebeest. And we're going to keep on heading forward into an area known as Monkey Point. Monkey Point was named for a troop of mandrills that like to gather here. The elephants communicate with one another. This will help those scientists to better communicate with the elephants themselves and suit their survival needs. I thought it was really cool that there's always some research like that happening here in Harambe Wildlife Reserve. You see a couple of them just up ahead. We're going to head around a little bit further as soon as this truck heads out of the way, and we should be good to go. Should be getting a pretty good view of some of them. You might see some of the elephants flapping their ears. We saw that male elephant flapping his ears a little bit earlier back near the mandrills. That's a way for the elephants to keep their bodies cool, but it doesn't work like a fan. It actually helps to expose the blood vessels in the ears to the cool air around them. By flapping their ears, the African elephants can reduce their body temperature by up to 15 degrees. Let's head up a tiny bit further. You can see a couple of the elephants through here. And it looks like we might be getting a pretty good view of a baby elephant over to the left as well near the water. Oh, and there's another baby. He's taking a nap. Baby elephants have one of the longest childhoods next to humans. And during their childhood, they remain near their mothers. They learn by copying their mother's behaviors. You can see a couple of the elephants eating. African elephants eat about 300 pounds of food a day. A couple of them drinking some water as well. And up ahead to the left, you can see a group of greater flamingos. Greater flamingos are the lightest color of all flamingo species. They get their color from their diet, which is rich in carotene. They eat things like brine shrimp. It helps them keep that pretty pink blush. As you can see a couple more African elephants over there. You might see them with dirt upon their backs. Contrary to popular belief, elephants have really sensitive skin, so they throw mud and dirt on their backs to protect themselves from the sun's harmful rays. It kind of acts like a natural sunscreen. Let's keep on heading forward into this area known as White Rhino territory. We'll see if we can find a couple